We'd like to welcome everyone live here tonight at Full Moon Barbecue for Talking Sports Live. Of course, I'm Jamie Horton, and this is our host for tonight, Mr. Ronnie Thomas, who's a former linebacker for Mississippi Valley State University. Unfortunately, my good friend Rob J is in Birmingham covering the SWAC baseball tournament. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But right now, we're going to have our the reading of our sponsors from our producer, my very good friend, Mr. Bernard Moore.
Thank you, Jamie, for the information. Tonight's show is brought to you by Penitent and Trim Alarm Service. Let us in, we'll keep them out. Give us a call at 601-939-5231. First Commercial Bank, where business is personal. 601-709-7777. Willie T. Absent Law Firm, knowledgeable experience in caring. 601-487-8839. Mansell Media and Marketing Agency. Mansell Media full service advertising and marketing agency specializes in social media. Give them a call at 601-339-2040. Dynastic Promotion. Richard Shaw, 410 West Pascagoula Street, Jackson, Mississippi, 601-353-1956. I'm not going to say how long they've been in business since I was a little itty-bitty big baby. And more sports management. We give you more. Give them a call at 601-260-3509. Back to you, Jamie.
Oh man, more and more got entertainment too. I tell you, boy, more and more growing up, boy. I'm telling you, man. But look, we got a little few things we want to talk about tonight, Coach. Yes, you know, NBA playoffs going on, and last night, which was Tuesday night. So you know, a lot of people. This show will also air on Sunday nights on My 35, the Lou, at Sundays from 10 to 11 p.m. And I'm gonna tell you right now, by this time when the show airs live, I think you will have about 2 or 3 games wrapped up from each conference. But last night, I know OKC beat a very good Minnesota team. I mean, look, let me tell you something. Those guys are good. But you got 2 great teams fighting it out.
2 young teams.
2 young teams.
Young teams at that. But Timberwolves, they turned the ball over like it was just the last piece of cornbread.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. don't got nothing for the Timberwolves.
And then our boy, what his name? Have a suffer kind of ankle injury.
You talking about
Anthony, yeah.
He did. He went down last night. I mean, I ain't got nothing for him. I think I got rid of my Lakers.
But you know, me and you Lakers fans.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So you know, we talk about it all the time. But you know, we just gotta just you know root for the better team. I think OKC is just a better team.
Yeah, they did. They a better team.
I mean, I think they just better. And speaking of OKC, I mean, they got the MVP. I heard that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will be the MVP of the NBA when they announce it. I think in the next few days. So, well-deserved award. The guy, he kind of remind me of our boy Kobe Bryant.
Yes, sir. Oh, you're a bad boy.
Yeah, bad
he got
boy.
that killer instinct.
You're a bad boy.
And these young guys nowadays, when you talking about AE, Shai Gilgeous, shoot, even Giannis, they got that in common. They all got that killer instinct that I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of bringing back the old NBA. So, like with AE, you know, in the Timberwolves, I hate to root for them because of how they did with boy Bron. They got rid of them. They got us about it.
I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people get a lot of attention to OKC's offense, but their defense is just outstanding.
Amazing.
And they gave them some problems last night. So we'll see. You know, Minnesota's gonna come for game 2 and they're gonna be ready to play.
Oh, yeah.
And it's gonna be very, very interesting. But I think that OKC is gonna win this series. I think it's gonna go 6 games. I think it'll be 4-2.
4-2, I can see that one.
You see it?
That one. But I like you said, OKC gonna pull out with just that list. I feel like that list is gonna take over.
I totally agree. And then of course this is Wednesday night here at Full Moon, but in a few minutes I think the New York Knicks will take on the Indiana Pacers in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And, you know, the Knicks, they defeated the Boston Celtics. I'm glad they did.
Yeah,
I don't like them.
I am too.
Yeah, I'm a Laker fan, so I can't stand the Boston
Ain't
Celtics.
got no love for that.
That's no love at all. They won up on us, and we got to catch up. So I want to root for them. Period. But I mean, the Knicks, they kind of remind me of that old Knicks team when they had John Starks, Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley, you know, Anthony Mason, all those guys. But this team, to me, like I told Rob, is just better. It's more athletic than that team. Well, then they got better shooters too.
Oh yeah. That's the name of the game in the NBA now. It's just athletics. Who got the more athletes? Who is more explosive? And that's why you see all these young guys and these young teams, the Pacers, the Knicks, the Timberwolves, the Thunder. Why they getting rid of guys like LeBron and Steph and them, put them out. You mean, you know, experience is great to have, but eventually that list is going to catch up to you.
What's your question? You think if we're going to go back to the West, like, but if Curry would have played in that series, you think they would have upset it?
You know, that's been on my mind a lot. And I want to say the series go deeper than what it did.
Would have had more games.
It would have had more games, but I do feel like you could just watch.
Yeah.
You could just watch. I mean, Father Time, you hate to see it come up on some legends now. But even when Steph was there, hey, Ian, them boys was giving them boys the fits, man. You can't stop them.
Who's your favorite all-time NBA player?
Favorite all time? I Chris Paul. That's who I grew up on.
You said Chris Paul is
Chris
better?
Paul is my favorite.
He
My favorite. I love a great facilitator.
Mine was Kobe.
Kobe. Oh yeah.
I just think Kobe was the second best player in the world behind Michael Jordan.
He was a killer.
I mean, he got that name Black Mamba for a reason.
Oh yeah.
When he smelled blood, you knew about it. He's gonna let you know.
You could tell. You know, the joke with Kobe growing up was, man, Kobe don't pass that ball.
Man.
You know, he ain't passing that ball. He going Kobe. But I'm saying it takes a special player to want to have that ball. Like Kobe didn't just want the ball in the good times, coach. He want the ball in the bad times.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
You got to respect that.
And that's what it's all about, to be honest with you. You know, because he's not afraid of showing up when he needs to show up. So he didn't shy away from nothing. And when you talk noise to him, that really just
It didn't bother him.
No, it made him mad.
So how do you feel about LeBron compared to Kobe?
Yeah.
Who do you ask?
You know, I was not a LeBron fan, and our great producer and my good friend Bernard would tell you that. See, God got to work things, a way of working things out and letting some things come full circle. Because I couldn't stand LeBron.
Oh yeah.
But guess what? LeBron family now.
Yeah. I mean, he with the Lakers.
He with the Lakers.
I love him.
I'm not a player thing. I'm a franchise person.
Right. Right.
When Shaq left the Lakers, I was like, I wish him well. But at the end of the day, I go for the LA Lakers.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. When Magic and them left, we had Sadell 3. That look, bro, that was the worst times ever. I'm telling you right now. Well, it was rough.
It was up.
But Jerry Buss did Jerry West did a good job of drafting and signing for agents. Then we came back on top. But that's I just think that just Kobe was just different.
Yeah.
Him and Michael.
Of course.
Now I think that LeBron is he's the most physical specimen there ever was that played the game.
I give it.
Yeah, I mean I'm just being honest.
Yes, sir.
But I mean he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I would put LeBron in my top 5.
Top 5, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah,
He
in my
just
top
ain't-
5.
To me, he just ain't. He ain't got it here. That he don't got that switch that Kobe and Mike had.
Well, he does not. I mean, he's very passive to me sometimes because he likes to throw the ball. And when you're the best player in the world, you're supposed to be able to take over the game. Because Michael and Kobe was not going to do that. They want that ball. I mean, period. Even like people like Reggie Miller and Curry, same thing with him. I mean,
They want the ball.
They want
a hard time.
they want the ball, man. They want the ball. So so who you got in this series coming up with the Knicks and the Pacers?
I wanted to say the Knicks, but I feel like the Pacers.
Indiana's gonna came on now. I gotta get them.
That's what I'm saying. With the Pacers, they play a brand of basketball where it's once they get in the rhythm, it's game on. Old boy Trey Halliburton, that's a bad man.
I just don't feel that they're good, but I just feel like the Knicks just the better team.
They're more athletic, they're more explosive and athletic. That's for sure. It's just I don't know, like the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Put it like this. I feel like the Timberwolves is way more. I feel like on paper they more athletic than the Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when mistakes come into play, all the athleticism, that's the only thing they can wipe out athleticism.
Yeah.
When you start making mistakes, last night the Timberwolves made mistakes.
Tell you what, it's gonna be interesting.
It is. Oh yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. Series. It's gonna be an interesting rest of the playoffs. But I just really feel like this OKC year to win it all. So time will tell, and we'll see. But to see our Lakers and Curry and all those guys out, like a different kind of feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's gonna be different.
It's gonna be different. Out with the old and with the new. That makes what the young bucks saying that.
Coach, let me ask you this. Do you think that there's a shift in the NBA now with a lot of new faces coming to the NBA is going to make the NBA completely change because it's not just more dominant players, it's more dominant teams now?
I mean, of course. And I think that what Coach was saying, too, at the end of the day, you got to realize that in the international game has just taken off. So,
The Olympics look different now when they go.
It does. I mean, like for real. I mean, it's just a different kind of feel right now with basketball. Basketball is becoming a trendsetter for worldwide sports. So you gotta really give it to these guys who's come from overseas. And some of these guys are pure shooters.
Oh yeah,
That's the thing.
that's the thing. They can shoot that ball.
But you know who started off? Tony Kukoc.
Oh hey, come on,
Chicago
man.
Bulls.
You right.
He was a bad boy.
And I think as reports have shown that he was one of the international players that opened up the door for others. But with that, a lot of teams are turning international. Do you think that's hurting the NBA with them turning this past draft, the top first? I mean, what? Seven of the 10 draft picks were international players.
I don't think that is hurting the NBA. In fact, I think it make the NBA more of a worldwide market, brand. So that's just my opinion. What you think?
I definitely agree because these international players, they bringing something to the game that you ain't seen in a long time. Old boy with the Spurs, tall dude. He's a bad boy. Probably the tallest dude in the NBA, but he can shoot like he's shooting.
What is his name? Wabamamo?
I can't
pronounce his name.
I'm not even gonna try.
I mean, I can't remember.
Wimbiana.
Wimby something, whatever. But I tell you, the guy can shoot 3-pointers like a god.
And when he put on weight, because that's how Giannis was. That's what reminded me kind of how when Giannis first came into the league. Giannis was skin and bone when he came into the league.
So let me ask you a question. Speaking of Giannis, there's reports that Giannis may be signed with the Lakers. If they do, we can move to California.
Coach, that's all we miss.
But let me ask you, if the Lakers do sign him or trade talks with him, what would the Lakers give up to get him? Because you know they don't have any first round pick for
Whatever.
Yeah.
At that point,
We'll think of something.
you
We can give him.
gotta put something
We can
together.
give him part of with Rodeo Drive or something. We'll get Milwaukee some cash.
We get him. You might well shut the NBA down.
I'm telling you, but that would be a game changer between Giannis, Luke, and LeBron. Oh man! And then I think that'll give LeBron one more ring before he leaves and retires, and just I think that he's shooting for just one more. And
That's all he want.
that's all he wants because he want to tie like people like Kobe. I know he's not gonna catch Jordan.
No.
No, I don't know now. Because he got 4 right.
Right.
So you never know now. But I tell you what, at the end of the day, the way the game is going now, with all these young guys like Bernard said being so more athletic in the international game, there's a lot of parity.
It is.
And right now we'll have to see. But I tell you what, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the NFL. We're going to talk a little baseball, Coach.
Oh Lord.
And we got our good friend Rob J later in the show, who's at the SWAC baseball tournament in Birmingham, Alabama. He's going to do a story on how Jackson State University made it to the SWAC tournament. We'll be right back here on Talking Sports Live.
I'm Josh Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. We firmly believe in offering the latest and greatest in camera and access control technology. With the Alarm.com platform, we're able to offer a user-friendly and fully integrated service to do just that.
We're a light that shines your way. Let us in and you will find security and peace of mind. Go on and keep on now.
We feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
All right, we want to welcome everybody back to Talking Sports Live. I'm here with my good friend, once again, Mr. Ronnie Thomas, who's a former linebacker for Mississippi Valley State University. And once again, Rob J is on assignment in Birmingham, covering the SWAC baseball tournament, featuring Jackson State University. He's going to have a little segment later on. We're going to go to him where he just spelling how the road went for Jackson State to get there to the tournament. I tell you, you like baseball, Coach?
Coach, I like watching the game. I was never good at it. I was never good at it at all. If I see somebody throw a baseball at me, I'm going to miss or I'm going to get hit.
I'm a Cubs fan.
You a Cubs fan?
Yeah, I mean, going to a baseball game, a major league game, is different. It's an experience I think everybody. I mean, when I went to Wrigley Field for the first time, I almost cried.
Really?
Sitting out there in the bleacher with the bleacher bums, that's what they call it, the bleacher bums. I mean, those people have fun. When I tell you they have fun,
That's all.
yeah, we lost that night. We lost 7-0 to the Colorado Rockies, but I didn't care.
You had your good time.
I didn't care. But then I went again when we played the San Diego Padres, and that's when I get to see Fernando Tatis, who is a great baseball player. But we beat him that year, and but I love baseball. I think that baseball is one of those games that requires a lot of patience
It does.
and mental stamina. If you ain't got that, you're not gonna make it.
It's over with.
Yeah.
It's over with.
I mean, you just not.
It looked boring when you first start watching. And then you get out there. That's what my friends who play baseball told me. They said you get out there and they like, man, running is a completely different field.
It is.
It's a completely different feel to the game. And they was like, it's pressure. A lot of people don't understand how much pressure baseball players get. I couldn't imagine being a pitcher out there on the mound. And this last pitch can make or break the game.
Well, let me tell you the way they get paid all that money.
Hey, come on now.
I mean, they get paid.
I kick my butt to this day. My dad tried to get me to play baseball. I said,
Ain't no salary cap.
Yeah.
See, that's why I'm salary cap in baseball. You can make as much money as you want to.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, That's the way to go. And from what it's looking right now, there's not going to be a salary cap in baseball no time soon.
I can see it.
Yeah, because those big market teams like the Yankees and the Dodgers and all that's not going to happen. But you got to have a good farm system. I'm just being honest. And I think that was the success with the Braves was back in the day when they was winning all those championships. They had a good farm system.
Right.
Yeah, and of course, they had the team here, and got a lot of those guys that played in Jackson that's on the team now.
Love the Braves game going on.
Yeah,
Love the
man.
Braves game here, man.
Yeah,
It was nothing like it, especially with the little fireworks show they
Yeah.
were having and everything.
Yeah.
Shoot, man.
it was nice. But I tell you what, speaking of the Braves, the Braves left, but the Mississippi Mud Monsters kicked off their season. Right now, they're 5-4, and they're third place in the Midwest Division. You been to a game yet?
I ain't been to a game yet.
You got to go, Coach.
Yeah, we can go. We go check that
We
out.
in our school, so we got to have some relief.
We gonna have free time. Coach.
Well, we sure live. I'll be so glad when they get here. Because I tell you right, we've been dealing with kids as always. It's been a worldwide adventure. I'm just being honest. We just like Shrek and Ducky.
They don't understand. They don't understand. They don't understand.
Until you experience it, they just don't understand. So, but now you have a chance to go out there yet?
No, I haven't. Actually, I met a lot of some of the front office people, some different.
Yeah, we met Andrew. He came here and we interviewed him, the general manager. Yeah.
Yes, and I met a couple of sales people, sales team at a different at an event with Unite Mississippi, and we talked. So yes, we're definitely gonna go out there and catch a ball game. Try to get out there and host the show out there one Wednesday.
That would be great, and then we can catch a game.
Yes.
That would be great. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not sitting nowhere where a ball may hit me.
Oh no.
Because if I be talking and that ball hit me on top of my head, I'm suing the Mississippi Mud
There you
Monsters.
go. I'm trying to tell you.
But you need to sit in the baseball stand because the ball's gonna go everywhere.
They go, look, we'll find a spot where we know the ball is least likely to go. How about that?
Yeah, worry about me catching no foul.
I'll tell you right now. But I tell you what, right now my cup is first place. I'm gonna see how long they gonna last. We'll be first place tomorrow, and then 2 weeks from now, we talking about we last.
Hey.
But I think it's a different kind of Cub team, so we'll see. But I tell you what, I found out today that tempers flared at the meeting about the tush push
Hey.
at the NFL owners meeting. It was like they really people got upset about it. Hey, my thing is this: stop it.
Cause I don't think there's no stopping that.
No.
I don't think there's no.
I told one of our good friends today, Mr. Wonders. I said, I don't have no problem with the play. What I have a problem with is you letting a guy get behind him to push him.
Yeah.
So you get the offense a whole lot of leverage.
You got to think about the power that's coming. You
already got the offensive line.
The O-line. That's 1,000 pounds right there.
Exactly.
You got Jalen Hurts, who he squat 500 pounds.
Correct.
As a QB. Then you got probably bigger than a tree trunk.
Exactly.
Back there pushing the joker in.
How can you stop that?
You can't. You just got in the O-line. If you ever watch them, coach, they down there like they about to bear crawl.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're getting low.
They getting low.
So they're getting up under the defense. The defense is up high, and all you need is 1 yard. When you get if you got the guard in the center between and they create that little hole, that's it.
It's over with. That's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
And well, in my opinion, as a defensive player, the only way to stop it is don't put yourself in that position.
Good point.
So don't
allow it to be
don't let it
31
get 30
and 4
inches. And
Yeah,
you're on the goal line. Don't put yourself in a position.
correct. I agree.
But as a defensive coach, if you see that, you just got to put your bigger players there to stop it. Because if you know it's coming, just go ahead and put all the meat in the trenches.
Yeah,
That's all
And
it
the
is.
strongest man, the best way to say it, the strongest man gonna win.
yeah. And but hey, the tempers flared today. I was told it got kind of heated, and Jeffrey Lowry, who's the owner of the Eagles, they said spoke for an hour. The 49ers owner, who we're gonna talk about in a few minutes, who is Bernard's team,
Oh,
told him he had too much stuff to say. To go sit down. Yeah, which for talking for an hour, I probably said the same thing.
Yeah, but
That don't make no sense.
I can understand why he's so passionate about it. That's a guaranteed first down, guaranteed touchdown. So once you take that out, I ain't saying they can't get it if they get rid of touch, but you still got Big Jalen back there.
Yeah,
You still got Saquon.
yeah.
But you just showed me a defense that can stop the tush push consistently. That's a 4-down play. If we don't get first and goal, we're gonna do it again second go.
Well,
And then we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
And that kind of takes away as like when the field blocking the extra point, when a defensive player pushes himself off the defensive player, or the defensive player couldn't jump over anybody to stop, like LeVar Arrington did.
Oh yeah.
And so you see, they're making it. The NFL game now is getting more of who can score the most points, and it's making it hard for the defense because they giving offense more leverage.
Correct.
So if I can't jump over the line to go make a tackle, jump back in the backfield, what's that?
But they didn't give my offense no leverage when in 19, I'm sorry, in the Superdome,
That's the bad part.
when that no call, I'm still pissed off.
Coach, I think everybody, Saints fan or not, that's one of the most craziest no
Bro,
calls I've ever seen in my
there's
life.
something I cannot get over. It's just like the woman that you know that was good to you, and you let her go, and you just can't get over her. That's one thing. I think that was the turning point of our franchise. I look at that play all the time, and I'm like, unless you are Ray Charles, how can you not throw the flag?
I don't understand.
Ray Charles could have heard
And Ray Charles would have threw the flag.
He
He could
could.
have heard because your senses. If you lose lack of one, others are stronger.
Yeah.
Ray Charles can hear way.
I'm just Ray Charles would have did. Ray Charles was like, oh, that's fine. And then Stephen Wonder said, "No, the flag, Frank." I mean, come on now, come on, bro. I mean, like for real, that was the turning point in our franchise. I can't believe that was no
I
call.
never shook back from that.
It was very disheartening. I'm just being honest. But hey, it is what it is. And our good friend, Bernard, our producer, is a San Francisco 49er fan. They just signed their quarterback, Brock Purdy, to a 5-year, $265 million deal.
It's your heart, Bernard.
But now how you feel about that?
I'm still speechless because I don't think he's worth that much.
Obviously.
I don't think he's worth that much. And history has shown, I can say Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback that I've seen thus far that has signed a big contract, and he did his numbers changed. I've seen a lot of players, they sign big contract, then they're following you.
So-
And look at then it's a bust.
My thing with that is, you're limiting yourself to get better for years to come. Correct?
Yes and no, because like I said,
What's your salary cap?
The salary cap is going to expand.
Yes, it's gonna expand, yeah.
I want to say, I think they changed the percentage because at first it was probably somewhere between 10 to 20. I think they changed.
And he can reconstruct his contract.
In the second.
Yeah. So he can get that done. Like you want to help them out later on,
Yeah, he can.
in his deal. But I don't know. I mean, I have to see you let. Is Deebo Samuel still with y'all?
No, he's with the
See with the Commanders now.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna tell you right now. That's a team you better watch out.
Oh yeah, the Commanders so
I'm
excited.
gonna tell you, it's gonna be the Commanders, then the Eagles, then Cowgirls. They ain't the best team in they doggone.
I'm about to say, I just ain't buying.
The NFC East is going to be very tough. I mean, what's that? The NFC? Yeah, NFC East.
Two of
It's going to be very. No,
You
I
think-
just think it's going to be tough because, like I told Rob last show, the Cowboys, they do have some good pieces.
them, and they got talent. But my
they do
thing,
need-
with the Cowboys is this: 2 words: Jerry and Jones.
Oh, have mercy.
Case closed.
Can't get right.
Okay, that doesn't need to be
Can't get
a
right,
name.
go.
It can't get right. But I just really figure that if Washington stay healthy, I just can't see anybody, beating them.
It's a tough team. The only thing is they want to get past the Eagles.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but the Eagles still Super Bowl champions, and everything goes through Philadelphia. And when I tell you that team last year had a point to prove, and they did a real good job. Saquon Barkley is a man among boys. So we'll
I'm
see.
glad they got him out of New York.
I tell you what, look, and our next segment, Coach, we're gonna have we're gonna let our very own Rob J. He's going to do a story on the road of Jackson State University in the SWAC tournament. He's in Birmingham right now, doing on assignment. So I miss my buddy, but I'm glad you came and joined me.
Hey, I appreciate that, Coach.
Yeah.
You know, in time with that.
So that's gonna be our next segment, and after that, we'll be right back with you here on Talking Sports Live.
I'm Josh Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. We firmly believe in offering the latest and greatest in camera and access control technology. With the Alarm.com platform, we're able to offer a user-friendly and fully integrated service to do just that.
We're a light that shines your way. Let us in and you will find security and peace of mind. Go on and keep on.
We feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
All right, Jamie, I am here at Rick Wood Field, historic Rick Wood Field, the home of the Negro Leagues from back in the day here in Birmingham, Alabama. Now, this is the first year the SWAC baseball tournament is played here at Rick Wood Field, and Jackson State comes in as the number 6 seed. Now, JSU earned a spot as the number 6 seed with their series sweep of Southern University to end the season. I'll show you that in just a moment. Also, I'll be talking with a member of the police force here in Birmingham, in downtown Birmingham, and she tells us about Rick Wood Field and this historic arena. But first, a look at how Jackson State earned a trip as a number 6 seed with that sweep of Southern University. Take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for the Jackson State baseball class of 2025?
12 seniors from the Jackson State baseball team were honored before Saturday's regular season finale against Southern University. Shortly after that ceremony, rain ended the game and the series that was won by Jackson State, which began on Thursday night. JSU jumped on the Jaguars with 3 runs in the first, capped off by a single from Davion Hull, scoring Wilbert Perez from third. The Tigers led for much of the game, adding a pair of runs in the third. This time, Hull singles to center, bringing home Joseph Eichelberger. JSU took a 6-2 lead into the 6th inning before the Jaguars rallied. That rally started in the top of the 6th with a 2-run home run by Jacoby Radcliffe. Southern followed that with a 3-run 8th to lead it 7-6. The Jaguars' lead did not last very long. In the bottom of the 8th, with runners on 2nd and 3rd, Jordan McClatty sends a ground ball into center field, 2-run score. Jackson State recaptures the lead at 8-7.
2 RBI singles for Jordan McClatty.
Southern was on the verge of tying the game in the top of the 9th with 2 out and a runner on 2nd. Dominique Joseph lifts a fly ball to right field. Joseph Eichelberger makes a diving catch for the out, and Jackson State holds off Southern for the 8-7 win.
Great catch by Joseph Eichelberger.
Friday's game was not as close as Jackson State marked its territory early. Wilbert Perez lifts an RBI single into center field, bringing home Robert Tate Jr. for the 1-0 lead.
RBI single for Wilbert Perez.
Pierre Cabral went 3 for 4 on the day, including this RBI single to right field. Jackson State with 3 runs in the first, and that's all the Tigers needed.
RBI single for Pierre Cabral.
Jackson State pounded out 10 hits for the 8-0 shutout. The victory helped clinch a spot in the SWAC baseball tournament in Birmingham. JSU will go in as the number 6 seed and will play Alabama State Wednesday at 3 p.m.
And that's your ball game.
I have to bend down a little bit. No. Okay. No. Okay. All right. We're here at historic Rick Wood
Rick Wood.
Okay.
Not Rick Wood.
Rick Field. Okay.
Rick Wood.
Rick Wood.
Field,
Okay. Rick Wood. Okay. Again, we're here at Rick Wood, historic Rick Wood Field in Birmingham, and I have one of the officers here who's maintaining peace and service out here. What's your name?
Officer Beverly Cox.
Well, Mrs. Cox, Officer Cox, how long have you been on the force?
27 years.
Wow, that's a long. In the time to retire?
You know what? I love it. I love serving the public. I love working for Birmingham. So no, I'm gonna continue to work.
Okay, so now just tell me, what do you do, basically?
I actually work in inspections unit at this time. I have worked patrol. I have been a detective, and now I work in inspections unit.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this field, Rick Wood. We always heard about it. Major League, the Negro Leagues played here, didn't they?
That's correct. That's correct. And actually, it's the oldest field in the states, not in the state, but in the state and the United States.
Wow, wow.
That's the oldest professional field.
And the SWAC has this tournament here for the first time this year.
That's correct.
Are you a fan of any of the SWAC teams here?
Hey, you know it, you know it. ASU!
Lord have mercy. She done just
Alabama State University.
Now is so. Now is that where you?
Oh yes, class of 1991.
Oh, you just a baby.
Yeah, I'm just a baby.
Just a baby. Well, this is Jackson State TV, and this is also a show we call Talking Sports Live, and another show called Good Game. We okay?
Because I'm married. My husband graduated from Jackson State.
Well, why didn't you get a main from Alabama? AS.
You.
So how does that go when Jackson State? You know what? They play in the first round.
Yeah, together. Well, you know, at the end of the day, we was all in it together. So hey, we rivalry during that time, but at the end of the day, it was a time where only African Americans can go to HBCU. So we are all in it together.
And you know, that's actually where I started my broadcast career at Alabama State.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yes, ma'am. So now I'm at Jackson State. So now, when you see all of the fans come in, do you park them, you greet them? What do you do?
Okay, well, actually, my job today is to make sure that nobody have any items stolen from their vehicle.
That's fantastic.
So I'm providing security for the lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my car is parked right over there. It's got Kansas City Chiefs on that tag right there.
Okay, I got you.
You a Kansas City Chief fan?
Nah.
We're not gonna get along. We're talking about something. No, we ain't gonna get along. Who? Now you a fan of who? You a fan of who?
You know what?
Atlanta Falcons. Can I guess?
Atlanta? No.
It's not the Falcons.
None of them.
Well, none of them. You're not an NFL fan.
No.
Okay, not at all.
No.
Okay, I was
not
about.
at all.
I was
Not
gonna
even
say
a little bit.
Not even a little bit. You're
They're
like.
not paying me to be a fan.
Yes, ma'am. I got you. That's a very good point.
Okay, now if they endorse me, I'll be, hey, anybody who want me to be their fan, I'll be their fan.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Well, you're doing a great job here, and we really appreciate that. I know the SWAC appreciate that. So how with this being the first time this tournament is here at Rick Wood Field, how has it been going? How has people been taking it?
Oh, yeah, it's been going amazing. It's a beautiful day out here. The weather's beautiful. We have plenty of security. You're not going to have no issues. They have free parking out here. So, hey, everything's been nice.
And I got to say, when I was coming up, I didn't know where I was going. And the gentleman with the umbrella, he told me, "You parking? Come on over here." He was very nice. And I really, you really appreciate that.
Hospitality, you know how it goes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Southern hospitality.
All right, now, do you and your husband, or you have any youngsters in school? Or?
Oh, yes. My son, my baby boy, he's in grad school, but he went to South Alabama in Mobile.
Okay, well, it's still in Alabama. That's where you wanted him to be, right? Okay. All right. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say? Anybody you want to say hello to?
No. It's just amazing. It's just, I give God the glory, and just amazing to be here and amazing to meet you and talking to you. And I just thank you for taking the time stopping me.
Yes, ma'am. And I know, when you see officers, you guys do a hard job. Nobody really give you guys credit until something go wrong. First thing they holler, call the police.
Yep, you're right. You're right.
Yes,
But the police, we're here for everything. We're here to protect the public. We're here for, we're counselors. We go out to the schools. We do it all. Okay. We do more than just arrest people and take folks to jail.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hopefully that won't be the case during this week's term.
Oh no. Nothing but Southern hospitality. All the police you're going to see, they're going to be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Just watch.
Yeah. Now, we kind of owe Alabama State, because Alabama State beat us in tennis in the finals. They beat us in basketball in the final. We kind of owe them.
Oh, no, baby. We're going to beat y'all today. 3 o'clock. It's on. Come on.
Okay, now she won't fight. Now she won't.
On. It's on. Because y'all not like us. Y'all not like us.
Look at this here. All right, Jamie, that's it from here at Rickwood Field. Rickwood, historic Rickwood Field. We send it back to you on Talking Sports Live.
All right, peace out.
All right, buddy. That was my good friend Rob J. I tell you, he was with them Alabama State folks. They wanted to get him, didn't Bernard?
He better be careful. He talking to a police officer.
I'm telling you.
Disturbing the peace or harassment. And then we probably gonna have to make a trip down there too.
And go get my brother. I'm telling you,
Go
go
bail
get
him
him out of jail or something. But that was a great story with how JSU they rolled to the SWAC championship. And right now, the score is Alabama State 7, Jackson State 6. I think they're the top of the 8. So if Jackson State win tomorrow, they will play Bethune-Cookman at 3. If they lose, they'll play Texas Southern at 9 a.m. I'd rather play at 3. They better win. Because I can't be getting up that early.
Yeah,
I'm not going to hit a ball. That's just too much.
That's going to be a game right there.
I mean, like, for real, seriously. But, you know, it should be interesting. Florida A&M and Bethune really is the top tier right now of, baseball and the SWAC. And we had this discussion before. I think that got a lot to do with the fact that, Omar those guys, they're competing with him now. We're recruiting in Florida. Yeah. When they was in the MEAC, it was totally different. But, he's always bounced back. He's a good coach.
Oh, of course.
Omar.
He's a solid coach. I tell you what, I pray that one day Valley can make it to that SWAC tournament.
Yeah, but did you ever go to a baseball game with Valley?
I always went to a baseball game.
Really? Was it exciting?
Sometimes we'll get somebody run for our money now. But then you'll get Jackson State, Bethune roll on up in there, and you roll up in there, and it would be just a bubble.
Well, I tell you what, we played Valley football one year. It had rained. We looked over there. We thought the baseball field was a lake.
Cold. I'm telling you, when it rained,
I thought some catfish was over there.
No, when it rained, I ain't talking about storm.
When it rained, when it sprinkled.
It's a serious thought that we might have to cancel whatever that lake event we had.
Oh my!
Man,
but that's the Delta.
It's Delta. Yeah, it's Delta. When it rains, it's a pull out there.
Well, you know what? I think when the great I think his name was Doug Shanks. Used to be the manager out there. He had those guys really believing they was winning. Valley used to be real good at baseball.
That's what they saying.
They was good. They was good.
The baseball and basketball we used to be.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Valley basketball with with Strib, of course. And but you know what? I think that Terrell Buckley is gonna bring some stuff there for the football team. So you got to be patient. And I got to get the Valley girls this year in basketball. They came on late. And then
my girls, they went on a little run.
They went on a little run, man. You got to get to them. You got to get the coach. I think his name Coach Jason. He turned those guys around. But I tell you what, we'll be right back. We're Talking Sports Live, and we'll discuss some more sports activities when we come back.
I'm Josh Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. We firmly believe in offering the latest and greatest in camera and access control technology. With the Alarm.com platform, we're able to offer a user-friendly and fully integrated service to do just that.
We're a light that shines your way. Let us in and you will find security and peace of mind.
We feel strongly that clients are best served by a financial institution that has roots here, but also has an eye on the future. That's what we believe First Commercial Bank brings to our markets. Our idea is simple: deliver a consistently exceptional client experience each and every time. We have a unique story to tell, and our talented associates are dedicated to meeting the needs of our clients every day. Visit firstcommercialbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
All right, welcome back to Talking Sports Live here at Full Moon Barbecue in Madison, Mississippi. Come out and get you some great grub, Coach. What you gonna get tonight?
I'm gonna get them ribs again.
You gonna get them ribs?
Ribs so good.
Ribs so good, make you want to slap somebody.
I bit the plate.
Oh. I don't know about bite the plate, Coach. I tell you what, it do be good. And we also want to wish Ole Miss and Mississippi State and in the SEC tournament they'll be playing baseball tournament too, so it'll be interesting with them. And also a great USM team who's after Corky Palmer retired, they still been doing their thing. So we want to wish all 4 teams good luck in their respective conference championship tournaments. And you know what? I tell you what, I don't know about you, Coach, but I know school finna get out, but I'm beginning to get that twitch of football.
It's coming, Coach. It's coming.
That twitch, you know what I'm talking about?
That feeling coming out.
I'm telling you right now, and we'll talk about more of this as the season go along, of course, but never too premature to talk about football.
It's never too premature.
And I want to know, what are your expectations for your Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils?
I don't know if everybody have seen this. We just got ourselves a 4-star tight end.
I saw it
recently, and I just think with Coach Buck and the way he's on them boys, and the way he stays on them, and the talent that he's bringing in, I feel like this will be a season where we get in the groove. I ain't saying it's a season where we'll just shock everybody and win a championship, but I feel like this is a time where we get in that little groove that you kind of saw that year with Dancy at one time. And I think we get in that little groove. We shock some people, we win some games, and then next year, I feel like that'll be the year we put it all together. That's my expectation.
Yeah.
Coach, let me ask you this, and reference to Valley, and you know how some fans, they want their team to win. What's a time frame do you think that you would give Coach Buckley?
They need to give. I know how long it takes.
Because some fans are impatient. They lose 3 games. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Like, let them continue to build the program. Just talking with some of your former teammates and alumni, what?
Correct. I agree.
That's good. How much leverage would you give them?
Up there, I think it's a rush now. It's a rush because I think now the fans are tired. The alumni are tired because the model up there now is get back to where it used to be. When Todd and the Rices were there. You know what I'm saying? So the fans, they've been put up with some years now. We've been the laughing stock, the swag when it comes to football. So now the expectation is, all right, buddy, you got about 2, and if we like you, 3 years to come in and make something shake.
Well, I just feel like that with Valley. I think their problem is where they are. But with a name like Terrell Buckley, that's a little star power. Same thing, like with Dion was at Jackson State.
Right.
But it's just location, and because it's a beautiful campus. Oh, gorgeous. And it's just a lot of things that I think go against the grain. So he's going to have to do some different ways of recruiting, there. And at the end of the day, Bernard, I feel that he can, but to surpass teams like Jackson State, Alabama State, Florida A&M, and even Bethune-Cookman, it's going to be kind of rough. Not saying that he can't do it, but they need to give him at least. They're gonna have to give him more than 3 years.
They're gonna have to.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
Let me mention this, though, and in reference to, I know people say that the SWAC has that Coach Prime mentality right now. Since Coach Prime came in, how Jackson State completely made not a 360, a 180 from the previous coaches. Yeah. And now a lot of HBCU schools are turning to former NFL players, but they've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
I look at Doug Williams there, but he came and won.
Correct.
Robert Hughes. So that has been going on for years. But everybody's looking for that primetime effect right now, especially in the SWAC. So do you think the Valley fans are going to do that with Coach Buckley? Hey, you got a name, we want you to win now. And what resources are they putting into? Like Jamie said, Valley is a beautiful campus. I know I'm going to make a trip up there in a couple of weeks and going to spend a lot of Saturdays up there now because my oldest, he's a graduate and he has enrolled in Valley, so I'm gonna be up there quite some time.
Smart man.
What do you think that Valley needs to, not saying get that prime time effect, but like I said, get back to the Willie times on the football field, but also the different resources because the Delta it's a nice place. What type of resource do you think they need?
I think it's kind of like you said. Everybody wants the prime time effect to happen, and I feel like at Valley, that can't happen for us because at these other schools, they got the resources, they got the flashy things that you can bring in. You know, they in the city, or they got things that you can show recruits and be like, yeah, come here and boom, boom, boom. At Valley, you don't have that, but you have to be okay with that. So it's like you guys said, the only way for Valley to get over that hump is we have to give a coach more than 2-3 years, because to succeed at Valley, you got to build tradition. You got to get back to tradition. You got to get back to bringing in guys that, okay, these guys have been here for 3 years, you know what I'm saying, then add classes on to that. So now it's that feel of, okay, it's a family thing. It's a traditional thing. You know, everybody on the same page. You can't say, well, this guy been here for 2 years and he's still struggling. Get him out of here.
Well, I think you need to go, and with NIL deal, the transfer portal, you're gonna have to go there to start off.
Yeah.
And then one and JUCO.
Yeah.
And after that, you get a few players and do some key missing pieces of positions. Then you recruit you target your high school people.
You know,
it was a lot of, excuse me, but I'm gonna tell you that I heard it was a lot of flack from some Valley alumni about they didn't recruit in the Delta.
Coach,
is that true?
I love my alma mater, but if you look at them teams, we rarely have guys from the Delta. And I GA'd at Valley last football season, and some of our best players, some of the guys who kept us in games, were Delta raised kids, and they had a different pride about Valley because that's where they're from.
Yeah.
So that brings back to my original point. You got to get guys that are Valley guys, that have pride in Valley. You won't win with nothing else at Valley. You just won't do it.
Well, you got Greenwood there.
Greenwood.
You got Greenville. You got like
the LaFleur County.
LaFleur. that whole little Delta area. You got some top good athletes.
You do
over there.
And Coach, they are
Cleveland.
Cleveland. They're some athletes.
Yeah.
Coach. And they can ball, but you gotta want to bring them in. That you gotta understand it's a process.
And they probably gotta want to come.
They do gotta want to come.
But I think with Terrell coming in there now, he's that coach that can probably, they know he played in the NFL. He went to Florida State. He's from Mississippi. All those three things right there were good for him.
And the thing I love about Coach Buck, where he's willing to go. I feel like has been a lost art on the cruise.
Yeah.
To JUCO.
Yes.
Everybody done forgot about JUCO.
Man, and I don't understand how you can forget about JUCO.
The transfer portal.
Man, yeah, JUCOs is where that talent is. Where you want to plug something in right then and there. I'm telling you, got these guys like at Holmes, and Northwest, and East Central. Now, and all these guys at Mississippi Gulf Coast. Northwest.
Yeah.
So I feel you, but what's your prediction? You want to get your prediction for the SWAC championship? You want to wait?
I'm gonna get my prediction.
Already made.
I'm gonna get my prediction.
But this is gonna be interesting.
I feel like, hear me out now.
Let me write this down.
I feel like in the East, I feel like it's gonna be JSU.
Okay.
JSU for sure in the East.
Okay.
They still hot. They still got the weapons. What you lose Isaiah Spencer, but then you bring in the kid from PV.
Yeah.
You replace him. Savage. TC is replacing just as much as if he loses it, he replacing it. So I feel like JSU gonna be right back in there for the East.
Okay.
Now the West. That's where things get a little funky. Because it seems like every single year, it's like everybody in the West be like, no, I don't want it. I don't want to go this way.
They try to give it away. Southern tried to almost gave it away last year.
So I really feel like, I think it might either be PV or I think, hear me out now, I think Alcorn get their act together this year. I truly think Alcorn get their act together this year.
Well, I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
I think that
JSU versus Alcorn State Championship.
Well, what we have to, that right there, they might well shut down.
Shut down the city.
They're gonna shut down the state. But I think it's gonna be either Prairie View or Grambling.
You think so?
I think Grambling's gonna be much improved. I mean, I really do.
They had a great defense last year, Coach.
They just had no offense. They scored points against us, but we gave it to them.
Yeah,
we had 6 turnovers. We pretty much said, we bake you a cake.
It was just a bad game for y'all. It was just a bad game.
And that's exactly what it was. And after that, I can tell the look at TC eyes that they weren't gonna have no more none that year.
Yeah, I just don't believe in Southern. I'm tired of seeing Southern. I'm tired of seeing Southern, and I'm tired of seeing PV come to SWAC championship and getting themselves in.
So you don't think Southern can repeat?
Cool. They don't need to. I went to the SWAC championship this year. I wasted good money going to see a funeral.
They hung with us first. They hung with Jackson State first.
The first half, it was all right.
Yeah.
But then next thing you know, man, it's like y'all pull the curtains back on.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was an interesting game. But I just really feel that right now, I just think that Jackson State gonna win the SWAC again, and I also think that we're just gonna win the repeat as national champs.
I do.
Unless they stay healthy, it's really no limit to what. But you got to get Alabama State and Florida, and them gonna be some tough competition, especially if we got to go to Tallahassee.
Yeah, it'll be tough.
Tallahassee is not and he knows that playing in Tallahassee is different.
Brad.
Yeah, it's a different kind of feel. But I think that TC's gonna have them ready.
I think he is.
But the game I'm looking forward to this year is Jackson State versus USM.
Coach. I don't know what they went and did that for.
If we beat USM, if Jackson State beat USM, what you?
First of all, we JSU fans, we gonna have to go. They gonna have to run up out that stadium. And if they upset USM in that stadium,
What you think, Bernard?
Man,
it's gonna be Southern Miss to the bottom.
I'll tell you what though, Huff gonna bring some good guys up in there. He's already doing it already because he brought some guys from Marshall. They're gonna be a different USM team now. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They're gonna be the same one from last year, and he's a good coach.
I hope so. Coach.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I like USM. I root for Mississippi schools. Period. But they just they've been disappointing me lately. I mean, I hope they can get back to that USM, what they call the defensive nasty boys.
Yeah. But I tell you what, we'll see. But I want to thank you so much for coming and joining, being my co-host tonight, man. I miss my buddy, but I'm glad that you came tonight, man. I appreciate you. And we want to encourage everyone to come on out to Full Moon and get you some good food and look at us on the Lou this Sunday from 10 to 11. And we'll see you next week right here on Talk.